click connect. Special Friday night audit. Stay tuned. Craig Sullivan, you have got the most amazing shirt I've ever seen in my life. What is that all about?
Hey, that's promoting our other show, 3 Minute Thursday.
Holy shit, dude. What have we done? The mistakes that we're making right now, unbelievable.
You're going to haunt us for years. Are you kidding?
Hey, everybody. How you doing there? What is up, Craig Sullivan?
Glenn Hausman, it's another beautiful day in paradise. How are you?
It is. I'm so sorry we couldn't do last week's show. I was just finishing up a 13-day business trip, and we were worried that I wouldn't be able to make it in time. Turns out, Craig, I walked in at 4:55. I could have made the show last night. Probably would have died trying. Look how blurry I am just even talking about it. But I'll tell you, it was great running all over the last few months. Things are going to quiet down for the weekend. Then we'll be back at it. And, it makes me confused, Greg, and I have no idea what time it is. What time is it, my friend?
Well, before I tell you that, with or without my glasses, you're still blurry. So I don't know what to say about that. But it's time for an audit, brother.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the one and only Friday Night Audit. I look at it as the McDLT of podcasts, where one side stays hot, the other side stays cool. But I'm not sure which side's hot and which side's cool in this case.
I think you got the heat this week, Glenn.
Well, only because I'm celebrating the grand history of Mirage, their volcano explosion behind me over there. Anyway, I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Craig Sullivan. It's got me thinking. I got I don't collect too many things, Craig, because once I moved into Manhattan in my 20s into a small studio apartment, I realized things are not your friend. So I very rarely collect stuff, but I do have like some name tags from really cool events that I went to.
Right.
And one of them was when they redid the Mirage with all the cool extra fire stuff and the soundtrack by Mickey Hart. I got to go to that opening. So I'm always going to have that little piece of memorabilia as we think about Mirage going away on July 17th. Oh.
Yes. Another one bites the dust.
So can you guys tell me who Mickey Hart is?
Yes, one of the drummers of the Grateful Dead.
And the Grateful Dead is.
And also
that's
world music as well.
Yeah.
I know it's BD before David for everybody who's just tuning in for the first
He was
time.
I truly didn't know who Mickey Hart was.
That part I understand. But you had to know the Grateful Dead. Also, hey, I'll be seeing Dead and Company May 30th at what's it called? Venetian. Oh, that's
with our second most popular guest.
I totally forgot. I was with Bruce Ford. I'm going to go see the show with him. I was so afraid I wouldn't get to see Mirage again before they closed up shop. But now I all of a sudden realize I'm going to be there next week, in like 10 days.
So what is Dead and Company? Explain the difference between them and the Grateful Dead. What are they?
Of the surviving members of the Grateful Dead.
Some of them.
Post Jerry Garcia's death, and he was the lead guitarist. You got Bob Weir and a couple of others, and then you've got
I got John Mayer.
John Mayer is there, and
some other younger guys.
I think Mickey Hart's doing any of these shows.
I really don't even know. I know Bobby Weir
was their other drummer. They were like the Allman Brothers, except for two drummers. I don't think either one of the two original drummers are there. And
then it's just Bob Weir.
I think it's just Bob Weir. Yeah, that's
all right. Whatever.
More friends than dead.
We could talk more about this brouhaha, but we got two guests today, right? We got a lot going on already. So how should we go about this? Should we?
I think the awards.
How about this? Let's ask. Let's ask. No, wait, hold on. CJ's on the show every other week. He can wait. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask our other guest. CJ, just walk to Glenn's house in the time that it takes for us to get this done. I'm gonna ask our other guest. Would you like to go first, or would you like to save it until last? First, okay, because he wants to get off. He wants to go. He wants to be done, but he's got some very important. So
person on the show right now.
So why don't you guys introduce who our first guest is going to be? Because he has a very, very, very important announcement for a very, very, very important hotel job.
And this is actually real. We're not joking around on that one. I do want to say that usually we joke around and blah, 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 but the stuff that we're going to do here is the real deal. So let's welcome back to the show, Jason Fried of Hotelier. How are you, man? It's great to see you. Got yourself muted there, so you might want to take that off. Yeah.
So it's only been 4 years of Zoom calls that we've been doing this, Jason.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. 17 podcasts, too.
Yeah. All right.
Great to be back, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, I got to call an audible real second because I want to drink something. So hold on. Yay, CJ's here, but let's go to this.
Cheers.
Right. Sorry.
CJ,
so let's cheers. Sorry, guys. So see, I wanted to bring in CJ also because I thought you might want to comment on this as well. And it's kind of like we don't need you to watch the show from backstage or anything.
I was busy Googling the Grateful Dead, so it's so good.
Attaboy.
Right now, it's the Grateful cash grab for the amount of money they're going to be making for their 24th year show.
Yes, they're going to be very, very, very grateful for your patronage, Glenn.
Hey, let me tell you, I'm actually paying to get in Sphere this time, but I only the Houseman Pool Club Resort and Smokehouse could only afford a 400 section. I think I'm literally like second from the top row or something like that.
We had all these great conversations with the 400 section and how you basically called everybody up there peasants. So now you have to those words.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. What's up, Cards?
Yeah. All right. So
we've got an award.
Let's get back to serious business now. Yes.
Let's get to you. So, Jason, our show here, we're Friday Night Audit, and we kind of took that because we love the night audit and the thought of putting together the fun with that kind of cool job. It was really groovy to us. But you folks are really focused on celebrating right now the ones that are really doing all of that hard work, not us screw ups over here, just making fun of everything.
You got it, man. Last year, we launched Night Audit Appreciation Day on May 18th. That's tomorrow.
Yep.
I'll give you a little bit of the background on it. So you guys, as you know, the night auditor position is a wild one. I just started learning about it, I don't know, a little bit less than 2 years ago. I'm sorry. Yeah. Learned a ton about the position, and it's so critical, and it's so cool. And I have, if you can bear with me, I have 5 reasons why you should celebrate your night auditor.
Awesome. Right? I love it. Let's hear them.
All right. And Dave, you can chime in. Dave, I know your title there is former night auditor. So I'm curious to hear your opinion on these. So first of all, number 1, takes a special person to work third shift, right? Like who can stay up all night? Yeah. They say you get used to it. I don't believe it. Did you ever get used to it, Dave, that third shift?
So I had a little bit of a different scenario because I used to work the swing shift. So I did 2 overnights, 2 PMs.
They say that's even worse.
It is even worse. I never had really the consistency of it. Usually the first 2 or 3 aren't bad. But I would say probably, damn it, Glenn, I already did that.
I know. Sorry. I was trying to,
I feel it's probably, you don't get, there's 2 trends that either you're a person who's not going to stay at night audit too long and you never get used to it, or you're a person who's only going to do night audit for the rest of your life because that's what you want to do, and then you're very used to it.
I think that's a great assessment. It was like that in any time I had some sort of night job. There were the people that are like, what the F am I doing here? And the others like, I've been doing it for 20 years, punk.
All right, let's get through them. So number 2, the second reason you should celebrate your night auditor. Night auditors wear many hats, as we know, right? Like they're the accountant, they're the front desk clerk, they're the bartender. I would imagine, I would venture that a number of us have stumbled into a hotel lobby at 2:00 in the morning looking for a drink, and that's your night auditor. That's getting
you're missing security. You're missing security. You're missing laundry. You're missing engineering. There's a lot of more job titles depending on the hotel that you're at.
And that gives them a great experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
Number 3. Number 3, night auditors deal with the most interesting guest issues. Would you agree, Dave? You get those crazies that come in at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning wanting weird stuff.
Yeah, I definitely met a fair share of my out there guests in the hours of 1 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Yeah, CJ, what's some of that weird shit that you do when you bother people at 3 a.m.?
I'm in bed at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
I'm in bed. I'm in bed.
Yeah, most of the time, me too. There's the occasional work trip or Dead and Company show with Glenn.
Yep.
Number 4 reason you should be celebrating your night auditors: they manage critical information to the success of your business.
Yep.
Every night they get that night audit. That's hundreds of pages of data, as you guys know. Everything from where every guest swiped their credit card across your property. That information is critical to making business decisions, setting your leadership up to driving more revenue and ultimately profitability.
Yep. Love it.
Last reason, number 5, night auditors are key to preparing for a great day ahead. As you guys know, they're oftentimes setting up breakfast. They're putting breakfast together. They're getting those packets together for the GM when they come in, so they know how many rooms are being sold, if there's any VIP guests coming in. Just a ton of support getting ready for the next day.
You're missing a very important one, though. So whoever made this list is really messing up. Number 6, but it should be number 1. They are a good night auditor is extremely difficult to replace. So if you get a good one that is consistent, you hold on to them like it's a pot of gold.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So here's what we did, guys. We launched it last year. This year, we added a critical component called Night Auditor of the Year. So we asked for submissions, people to say a few nice words about their night auditor.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a little over 80 submissions.
Wow.
Have them in a wheel here. Look at this. I'm going to pull this over.
So before you pull the name, Jason.
Yeah, I love this.
Let's talk about 2 things real quick. First, how for next year, how can hotels be more aware of this so they can get their night auditors in there? Because I have a great feeling that you get a lot more than 80 submissions for a lot of people. And B, is the winner being pulled out of the jar right now, or is there like a whole voting? How does that work?
The winner is being pulled out of this wheel right now because tomorrow is Night Auditor Appreciation Day. So that's a good point, Dave. With help like you and your team and Glenn and everybody else, we do want to spread the word as much as we can about Night Auditor Appreciation Day. We got tons of submissions from throughout the world. You can also use the hashtag Night Auditor Appreciation Day if you didn't get your submission in by now. And again, it's tomorrow, guys. So you still got time to put a basket together. We had some awesome engagement last year. People took their night auditors out to breakfast, got them a snack basket, got them some swag. So there are a lot of things you can still do if you didn't make the submission by today.
That's pretty cool. I really love that.
And then make it for next year.
Yeah, it's so important to celebrate those people in the hotel, particularly those night auditors, because, Jason, my hunch is, never working in a hotel, but they're probably like those people that you depend on for everything, but they're kind of forgotten because they're out of sight.
You got it, man. That's 100% right. They're what we call the unsung heroes, right? They work that third shift. They come in at 11 o'clock at night. They leave by 7 a.m. They don't really see anybody else in the hotel. So their work goes often underappreciated, and they really are the glue holding the hotel together in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's a mandatory staff meeting, they show up. Everybody thinks they're a new hire. Nobody knows them.
That's right. I'll read you a couple of submissions. I think people took some time and said some really cool things about their night auditor, and I'd love to shout them out, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So here is about Ashton Myers. He's the night auditor for Island Hospitality Management or a hotel in Island Hospitality Management. Ashton is more than just a night auditor. He does practically every shift and fills in for others always if asked. He goes above and beyond to make each guest feel appreciated, understood, and respected. I got to read this one. There's a night auditor named Gail who got 6 nominations.
Wow.
One of them is simply, she is the best to ever do it, which can anything better be said about you?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Gail goes above and beyond by getting morning shift ready to start their day with everything stocked, even if it means staying late to do so. She also volunteered to come in early, so I wasn't doing a turnaround shift last month.
Wow.
Love it.
One more I'm going to give you. So this is Helene. She is at Residence Inn Sorrento Mesa. She makes everything seamless from reviewing and updating night auditor checklist, filing financial documents every month. She's very proactive, helping the breakfast team if it gets busy early morning. She communicates well with the front desk team about printing and sending reports to the night auditor.
Awesome.
Love it. Love it. Congratulations.
Right, so what do we got behind us over there?
So this is all 80 submissions in this wheel. My kids helped me fold them up in a nice small.
Jason, do you just have one of those?
Can I get a drum roll? Can I get some? Where's the soundboard guys? Huh?
We could do a rim shot.
Yeah. People bouncing around the room, Glenn.
We got applause.
Well, that's for after. That's for after he announces it.
Oh yeah.
Drum roll, please.
All right, here we go, guys. Drum roll. Oh, this is a long one. This is, all right, the winner of 2024 Night Auditor of the Year, Liz Callahan at the Confluence Hotel.
Nice.
All right, Liz, congratulations. That's awesome. So what's
turn around, show everybody.
Can I? I don't know. I can't see my camera right now. Let me see. So it's really long. I don't know if
it's
I'll read
very
oh
so
wow.
So
but that's awesome that somebody took the time to write that, right? So
yeah. What's the name? What's the name again? Say the name again.
Yeah, the name again is Liz Callahan at the Confluence Hotel.
Nice. Congratulations, Liz.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Congratulations, Liz. Wonderful.
So read it off, Jason. Yeah, read it off.
I'm writing to enthusiastically nominate Christina for the Night Auditor of the Year in recognition of her outstanding contributions to our team and the exemplary manner in which she has embraced her role as Night Auditor Supervisor. Since joining our organization 9 months ago, Christina has consistently demonstrated exceptional leadership, dedication, and a genuine passion for excellence.
Wait, hold on. So the winner is Christina or Liz?
It sounds like the winner is Christina Kiefer, nominated by Liz Callahan. Little switch up on us there.
That's
an audible.
I paid attention. I was paying attention.
And Liz wins the best
nominator.
Yes,
the best nominator.
yes.
The best nominator.
For Night Auditor.
There you go.
All right, sorry about that, Christina Kiefer. Congratulations on 2024 Night Auditor of the Year at the Confluence Hotel.
Woo!
Nice. Congratulations.
One more time.
Congrats.
That's wonderful.
So, what does she get? What does she get with that? The private jet trip around the world.
Yeah, so
that's
she'll
on your
get a
plane.
$200 gift card from Hotelier, and she'll get a bunch of Hotelier swag, which is really the most valuable, of course.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Gotta love the swag.
Do they get one of your T-shirts?
They do. They'll get an Hotelier T-shirt for sure.
Dude, I saw one of those on eBay today, selling for $9,000. Yeah.
So, just so everybody knows, the Confluence Hotel is based. I'm assuming it's the same hotel that I just found out. It is based in Hastings, Minnesota.
Oh.
Has 81 Google reviews and has a 4.8 star rating. It has beautiful accommodations. It looks like. Let me pop it up on the screen here, so everybody can go see Christina and the number one or the winner of the best night auditor in 2024. It's 77-room property, boutique hotel. Out in Minnesota. It looks beautiful. I mean, I'm just kind of scrolling through the photos a little bit here. Really, really nice, clean, modern type of design. Guest rooms look beautiful. Good furniture. So I think everybody out there. Ooh, what is this? 200. Oh, that's their address. 3 Diamond from AAA. I saw the little diamond thing there. So I think everybody needs to go out. They do weddings. It looks like. Oh.
Wow.
There's a lot of cool stuff here. Yeah, you guys need to go out to Minnesota and check out the Confluence Hotel. Make sure you stop and see Christina and say congratulations.
Absolutely. Thanks for pulling that up, Dave. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Beautiful property. Congratulations.
Cool, guys.
Now, Jason, when does Christina? Oh, please. He just had plenty of time. Jason, when does Christina find out that she's the winner?
Just now?
Right now. So hopefully she's watching. But no, we're going to post it all over social. We've got a congratulatory message ready to go out to her. So excited to get that stuff out in contact with her. And congratulations again, Christina.
That's Christina. And yay, Liz. And yay,
Jason,
Liz,
make sure you add Glenn and I to the post so that we can share it for you.
Will do. And thank you so much for that's a good cue. Thanks, Craig and Glenn, for hosting this. This is awesome. We really appreciate it. I think it's something cool we're doing to kind of push the industry forward and celebrate these unsung heroes.
Absolutely, we'll do it again next year as well.
This weekend.
So, yeah.
Jason, when does the nomination
shows too?
When does the nomination process open next year?
Good question. I think we waited until about February this year to announce it. We did a press release that it's back, but again, this is year number 2. We'll add some wrinkles, I'm sure, next year and get it bigger and better.
Sadly, I've been adding wrinkles every year. I don't.
Same, man. Same.
Jason, great job, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks again for hosting me, guys. Sorry to steal your time, CJ. We'll connect soon.
No, CJ's relieved. Don't you worry. See you later, Jason.
All the pressure off me, right?
I know. Listen,
speaking of pressure, I'm waiting for Emily to walk in and go, hi.
She's watching the dogs outside right now. They're running around.
Yeah, there's nothing I like more when Dave's talking, so I don't have to say a freaking thing, and I could just,
Well, I have a big question, CJ. Why were you so lazy that you couldn't walk the 45 steps to Glenn's house to go be in person?
Because he's like nowhere near here right now.
No, not right now. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Oh, where did you move? Did you go somewhere else?
I'm in Levittown now, so I'm about 45 minutes away.
Oh, so you moved away from Smithtown?
I did, yeah, about a year or so ago, officially. Anyway.
It was a forced move. They decided they couldn't have Glenn and CJ in the same hamlet.
That's right. Yeah, it was forced. For sure.
But you chose to stay on of all the places you could have gone, you chose to stay on Long Island.
Well, I moved in with Emily. I want to get off of Long Island. You know that. I'm trying to get out of New York, far away from.
Where you trying to go to?
Anywhere.
Not California.
No, not California either.
Oh, you should.
I'm sorry, Craig, but
I love West LA.
Right.
I'm all good about complaining about
condo towers
Long
there. You
Island.
feel like you're still in the city.
Yeah.
But go where? I don't know where the hell I'm going to go. Everywhere I'm going to complain about something. I'm not.
Sure.
No, that's not true. Your house down the street's just about done. It's a 39-minute flight to Vegas for you. So, stop complaining.
I wish.
And you don't have to shovel snow anymore or shut down the pool.
Hashtag Grumpy Glenn. Nice.
So the thing about CJ, and I'm in the same boat as CJ. If I could, I would definitely probably leave this area for a good old savings for taxes and traffic and whatnot. But it's the last place I want to go if I live in New York for those reasons is stupid California.
No. I've looked at originally. I looked at Nashville before the pandemic. I had everything set up where I was going to go check out the area, and then the pandemic happened, so that never worked out. I love Charleston. I have clients down there, so I would, easily out of New York.
Yeah, Charleston, you guys like a lot.
You got a lot going on. Great food and beverage scene. It's beautiful there. Love the people. So just I would, and it's quick. It's a quick flight back to New York too. If I need to visit people, visit family, go to the city, and so.
This sounds good, but I can't stand like going places or doing things because I'm always going places and doing things.
Yeah, I want to be home. Yeah. Grumpy Glenn.
Well, the other problem is, and listen, let's just call it what it is. You kind of said it right, Glenn, which is, you're going to go complain about something anywhere you go. Yeah, as much as this area sucks, and it sucks sometimes, a lot of times.
Yeah.
Where else are you going to go drive, or take a train ride maximum 60 minutes and be anywhere between the beach, a major metropolitan city, good suburbs with amazing food. Take an hour and a half drive to Philadelphia. I can do that. You guys can't. Take an hour and a half drive to Philadelphia. Take an hour drive out to Pennsylvania. Again, I can do that. You guys can't.
All right. I got to go an hour and a half to 2 hours off of Long Island before I could even start going anywhere.
So Glenn is proving my point right there. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, see, now if you come out here,
that's because you chose to live in Long Island.
The same.
Was that correct?
Okay, if you guys came out here, sales tax is basically the same, so that's a push. Okay, your insurance probably a little less out here, providing you're not in a fire or a flood zone. Gasoline prices are higher out here, so I lose on that one. But our real estate taxes are the best in the nation and substantially less than yours. We've got quite an influx of New Yorkers moving out to LA in particular because they're looking at it. We got better weather. I don't have to have a winter wardrobe. And you know what? I'm saving on real estate taxes, and everything else is a push other than gasoline.
All great points, but I could just be like, yeah, our pizza.
You can go to Vegas, but again, Glenn, with you building your house in Newport, your plane is at John Wayne Airport. That's less than 7 minutes away, and it's a 39-minute flight, and you're good.
You are like really laying a good fantasy life for us here. That would be awesome.
Well, you know,
that's because that's about.
Somebody has to celebrate your successes.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That's the Balboa Island life. Okay, that's not the normal California life that we're talking about over here. Okay,
sure it is. You'd be anywhere in Orange County.
The normal California life is being stuck on the I-5 in a Prius. That's what everybody else does.
That's why I don't go on the I-5, and that's why I don't own a Prius.
The one thing I would miss, and Dave brought it up, is that, you know,
bagels. You win on bagels. Win on bagels.
And also, you know, you have the two major airports.
Probably
here,
pizza.
And we travel all the time, you know, and I like my direct flights. I don't want to have to connect all the time I fly somewhere. So that would be the one.
You've got
downside.
San Diego, LAX, Ontario, John Wayne Airport. You got
It's a 4-city trip that I just took. I had to do a lot of not direct flights, and that eats up a lot of
you think?
Oh my God.
That's what when I go to Click, I forget and ignore what Craig says about going John Wayne and fly to LAX because it's a direct flight and you can't go on a direct
sit on
flight.
the 405 freeway for an hour and a half to get
That's what I did.
No, I just time my travel so that I don't have to sit in traffic. When I got to LA, me and Calvin flew down 405.
Nice. See, it can be done, Glenn. There you go. David's done it.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And David, I don't know why you're complaining. Glenn bought you that houseboat sitting in the back bay, so you'll be back there.
We have to work on the camera.
And you don't have to pay.
I know. I gotta get the camera fixed. I'm going to send myself an email to get this freaking camera replaced. Sorry, guys.
I'll send you a text.
It's been a problem
right
for like 2 weeks. Yeah, and I'm ignoring it.
When is that train supposed to be completed at LAX?
Next year.
Oh, the people mover? Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be this year, and I think it was supposed to be last year too.
Yeah, it was supposed to be last year, then it was this year, now it's next year. So I'm going to bet it's going to get pushed out at least one more year.
Wow.
I think that the bullet train from San Bernardino will be done before to Vegas will be done before this people movers.
Right line west, you think it'll be done first?
Yeah, because they've already started construction on both terminals, and they're building it concurrently. So
I couldn't believe
so.
I couldn't believe the Uber station. I hadn't been to LAX in a long time, but where you have to go to the Uber station and the buses take you. I was lucky because I had a private car service driving me, so they were going to pull me up to the terminal. But I would have lost my mind if I had to get dropped off there, get on a bus. It's just.
Well, I come in on Delta. And I don't get on the bus. I just walk down a bit. It's like a 10-minute walk and it's a pain in the neck. But I wish I was as hotty-totty as you and could get picked up in a car service.
Well, you know what it was when we're going to the trip. I wanted to make sure I had a car pick me up, and then when I was back, so I just wanted to. That's why.
I get that.
That's what happens when you have That's what happens when you're bougie like CJ.
I'll tell you though. The funny thing is, I used to go like out of my way to do the most difficult things with transportation to save a few bucks, but you know, at some point you realize, taking a bus and then riding a camel to take a train in order to get to the airport is probably not the best way to
listen. Let's just call it as going. CJ hires private cars. We stay at hotels that catch on fire. We each have our decisions to make. It's okay.
That is true.
Pinky out. No, but Glenn, you make a good point. We talk about this often with conferences. Sometimes you try to stay off site at a conference to save money, and then you realize the Ubers are just it costs the same.
Right. And it takes you out of it. I would rather pay a premium and be on site.
Yeah. No, you want to focus on the conference. You never want to stay off site. Never.
Yeah.
Because if it's one of those things that fall in the category for me, and I had to learn this lesson: the penny wise, pound foolish philosophy.
Right.
You save a few bucks, but you take yourself out of the action, and it becomes a lot harder to do things. You can't just go back to your room for a little while and come back and think you're really going to be able to pull it off. Right. At least I'm sure there are some superstars out there that can do that, but once you're back in your room.
Yeah.
You're done.
And you're not at the conference. It's really hard to get that in.
Don't
and
mess
then
with
trying to
Glenn's
get going in the
afternoon nap.
morning and having to cab or Uber or take a camel or a horse buggy, over there in the morning. Forget it.
Yeah.
Right.
I will not go to a conference if I cannot stay at the conference
All
hotel.
right. So what if you did this? What about this? What if you were staying? What if the
Unless
conference
David's my personal
is
driver.
in? What if the conference is in Vegas, and it's at the very east corner? We're using hypothetical nonsense here. The very east corner of the MGM, and it's actually closer to stay at New York to get to the conference than it is to stay in the MGM Tower.
Well, it's not, because of the way that property is set up as a conference facility is all the way in the back. But I take your point, and I agree with you. And I actually have a story that proves you're right. At National Harbor, they've got the Gaylord National over there, right?
Yeah.
Right. So the first time I stayed there, I believe it was for an AHOA conference, but that's not really relevant to the story. My room was all the way at the far end in that hotel. I could have stayed at the Residence Inn, I believe that's what it was, and there are two properties right across the street from the main entrance, and been at the conference facility in about 30 seconds instead of me having to walk down this mindless corridor for like 20 minutes to find my way. So, yeah, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but those are few and far between moments.
And sometimes you don't realize things until you get to the properties themselves, too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn, when do you think AHOA is going to be booked at the new Gaylord in San Diego? What year?
I don't know, but let's think this through. They got to go East Coast, West Coast, right? So they just did East Coast. Yeah. So West Coast would be 25. I'd say 2029 is my guess. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking too.
We could always ask our good friend Mike Stengel, who is intricate in the building of that property. We should actually reach out to him and see how that's going. It's probably coming along pretty well right now, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'd like to have him back on now, especially because they do all that footage all the time. I love seeing how that property is coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we reach out to Mike. We'll get him back on. Mike's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good job, guys. Way to take a drink at the same. Way to take a drink at the same time and just cause great dead
CJ,
air.
what are you drinking today?
I have a gin and tonic.
Nice. There's Emily. Hi, Emily. Emily, kick open the door and say hi.
I'm actually drinking Dylan's gin, which is one of Emily's clients.
Oh yeah,
so it's delicious. It's great. I always like to switch things up with you guys.
CJ, okay, well, since we're going
to, you've got like 700 to 800 bottles of wine in your house. How many bottles of various spirits do you have in your house?
Oh
that 200, 300?
I don't know. Maybe a couple of hundred.
Just 4 because they keep drinking them.
That's like a bar and a half.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Sure you are, Emily.
Yeah, well, it's when it comes to the liquor, whatever runs out is what you normally drink, right? So I go through the bourbon a lot. But
it's like I can't find the Casamigos, but I got shit going back to that my dad bought in like 1962.
Right? Yeah.
The labels are like coming off, but I don't want to get rid of it because what if I have to drink it one day?
Right.
Yeah, that's coming from the guy who doesn't collect stuff.
Yeah. But that was like literally my inheritance, Craig. So thanks for making me feel bad about that.
Yeah.
My dad.
What you should do
for me to go, but the liquor is yours. So
I think you should. I think
drinks though. I think when I came on last time, I had I think last time I had bourbon. The time before that, beer.
Yeah.
Forget.
Nice.
So I always try to switch it up a little bit for you guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
And didn't you have a cigar the last time you were over in the backyard at the house?
He always does that.
House, swim clubs.
I think the first and only person who's had a cigar on Friday Night Audit.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think.
I'm not a cigar smoker. Yeah. TJ and I have talked about this. It always feels like a good idea to me, but I can't handle it. I'm not man enough for it. Like my lips go numb and I get dizzy and I need to lie down. It's like,
this sounds like a great TikTok video. Nice, Emily.
I was going to have a cigar today on the show, but as Glenn points out, G needs spring. The weather here is just nuts.
Shit.
Yeah.
I think it's actually really nice out today. It's cool. It's a little bit cloudy, so it's not too hot. I think it's a great time to be in New York City right now.
To have a couple of days of sun. We haven't had that since, like, I don't know,
Yeah.
October.
Right. Yeah, for real. But yeah,
That was
Dave,
funny.
I mean,
That was
technically it's 69 degrees out, and I could be sitting outside doing this, but it's been raining and dark and blah for day after day after day after day. So it's just you don't even want to deal with it at this point. You know,
that's what happened last summer. Remember, last summer was awful because it was either raining or 90% humidity. There was no in between.
In between with you guys last year, yeah.
We're going.
Our June gloom has already kicked in. It's like it's been overcast for 3 days, and it's like mid-60s here. So it's like this sucks.
I mean, poor thing. Must
I know.
must be really hard on you.
First world problems. What can I tell you?
Yeah.
Stupid June gloom sent me to the mall my first time in California. I think I told you guys that story before, right?
What? What was
I
that?
never.
When I learned what the June gloom was. So my first time in LA, I was going for a friend's wedding. We wrapped it around my wife's birthday, so we did a whole week out there. And listen, I've never been to LA. I don't really know much about LA at the time, or even still, but certainly at the time. And so all I know is end of June, basically middle of summer in Southern California. What do you see on TV and TV shows, or movies and TV shows? Sunny,
bikinis,
hot, bikinis, Baywatch. So Annie and I pack for the occasion. We pack basically shorts and T-shirts. A couple of nice, things to wear out to dinner, but for the most part, shorts and T-shirts. We get there and it's like 55 freaking degrees and cloudy. And I'm like, of course, leave it to us to go to the one day it rains in Southern California in the summer. And that's when we get here. So we get in the cab, we're going to the hotel, and the guy, I'm sure he just said something like, how first time, whatever you want to say. And I'm like, yeah, well, of course, I made the same joke. We're the only ones that are not, we're the only assholes that are in Southern California the day it's going to rain. He's like, oh, it's not going to rain. This is every day it's like this. I'm like, what do you mean every day it's like this? He's like, it's the June gloom. Basically, it's going to be cold and cloudy and 60 in the morning. Then 1 o'clock it'll burn off and get hot. Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. When the hell is this a thing? He's like, it's always been a thing. I'm like, nobody freaking told me about this. So we actually had to go to the mall and buy Annie a coat because she was too freaking cold because we didn't pack any hoodies or sweaters or anything.
Wow.
Oh God.
Lesson learned for sure.
That's funny. Hey, David, it's all about packaging. Everybody in the United States will buy any piece of garbage as long as it's packaged properly. Okay? That's it. It's all about packaging.
Yeah, you're really good about that. And salesmanship, Yeah.
Nothing,
Act
Dave?
now.
He's not.
What?
Is Dave even listening?
No, Dave
No. He checked out. He checked out.
He's toned down.
Dave tuned out because Dave got a text.
He's busy doing all that great producing. So
You're
you're gonna hear about that one, Glenn.
No, he won't. He's just gonna get jumped off the show. That's fine. Because again, as you can tell, in fact, I'm gonna drop you.
Oh,
yeah, I'll jump off him. And you know what? I'm done with CJ too. It's my show now. It's simply and solely me. You're now in for the best time of your life. Nobody cares about anything else. Only what I have to say. Oh, let's go punch CJ back in. Oh, where'd Glenn go? Glenn just walked off the show. He quits. So we'll bring Craig back in as well.
Oh, thank you, David.
Dave, you got to bring that collar down. It looks like it's popped up a little bit.
He doesn't have collar stays in it.
It's not popped at all.
You need collar stays. Yeah.
It's not popped. It's perfectly fine.
You got to
There
Did
he
he
is.
teach you guys how to fix your collars? Isn't it Scotch tape and collar stays? Use the metal ones.
The metal ones are great.
Yeah.
Really
FNA Plus, a great video.
Lose them
What's that?
all the time, but
Was that the metal collar stays?
yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome. I have a whole stack at home. They are in clutch. I usually just leave them on my desk at work. You pop them in if you need them.
Yeah.
And but now, what's the trick if you don't have a collar stay? What could you use in a pinch? Who knows?
Scotch tape.
No. Paperclip.
Toothpicks.
Paperclip.
Paperclip.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Right size paperclip. You just grab a nice medium sized paperclip, pop it in. It works like a charm in a pinch.
That
There
is
you go.
great.
Great advice. See, that's why everybody tunes in.
And Anthony's been having me buy these solid platinum ones, and here you go. We could have gone to Staples and gotten a whole box of them.
Oh my God! Glenn, you could autograph those boxes and sell them for 20 times the amount you paid for them.
I can't. I can't stand the shirts that come with the collar stays already like sewn in.
Yeah.
And then you can't like take them out, and then they get warped through the washing process.
Yeah, because they're cheap plastic ones.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, for sure.
You never buy those shirts.
I don't have too many problems. I dry clean my shirts, and I don't have too many problems, but I'll try to add the solid collar stays when I can.
Wow, you dry clean them? I still take them out by the creek and wash them on a rock. That's impressive that you do that.
No, I see. I've learned I don't need to dry clean. I can actually throw them in the wash in the delicate on the permanent press cycle.
Yeah.
They get washed and they get steamed out in the dryer. No wrinkles, perfection.
Well, you could also buy
dry
travel
cleaner.
clothes that don't wrinkle.
Or
They
you
say
could
that, but they do. I don't know.
They do.
say-
I don't
yeah,
know.
they do.
Yeah, but it's minor in comparison.
I don't trust a fabric that doesn't wrinkle. I don't know.
That's called plastic.
That's a shirt quote right there.
That's going on a t-shirt.
Fabric
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
wrinkle.
going on a t-shirt.
Now, what do you guys prefer? Do you guys prefer the iron or the steamer?
All right, so I was leading into some hot steamer talk over here. So Anthony was all about the steamer for a lot of years, and I didn't really think anything of it. At some point, I got one for home, and I liked it. But just before I did that 2-week business trip, I bought myself a small steamer, and it fits really nicely into a pocket in my bag.
Yeah.
And that thing is clutch.
Yeah.
It helped me rock out everything. I just bought a whole bunch of new clothes for the first time in many, many years. And just go, it was so much better. And I felt so much more careful with the fabrics because you don't know what's going on with those irons. And some of them are
Especially
not
hotel rooms.
great.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and people use them to make grilled cheese sandwiches in rooms.
Yeah.
So it's like, no,
Right.
I'm not using that.
And no swipe against any hotel out there, but nobody's checking those things every day.
No.
So, and I'm not checking them before I go. So the steamer seems to be freaking awesome. When I was in Nashville last week and stayed at the Tempo by Hilton downtown, they had the full-size steamers. Mine's like a travel size. Those things were amazing. And now it cleaned up my shirt in like 30 seconds.
Nice.
Great. So I'm on Team Steamer, Team Steam, all the way ahead, people. So
Now the Moxies have a huge steamer in the laundry room. So, for the guests to use, and just go in there, put your jacket in, and dippity doo dah, you're done. Yeah.
Interesting.
Have you guys ever used the Downy
Because the
spray?
Moxies, they don't put in any ironing boards or irons. They send you to the community laundry room where the steamer is.
Yep.
I can't wait to see that review. Had to wait
that
35
Emily?
minutes to use the steamer. Now, have you guys ever used the Downy spray?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't believe in chemicals that close to my body.
The Downy spray is
I believe in putting them on the inside.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
use that.
I want them to sweat through.
What was that, CJ?
I said I use that. For
Could I
t-shirts,
take
so
that?
I need
Could I have one of those before the Dead and Company show, and then they'll come out of my skin and press the shirt? Well, that will work that way.
That'll work.
It probably would. It probably,
All right,
Open
probably
wide.
would.
T-shirts, but not dress shirts. I would use that for.
So I have used the Downy spray with the dress shirt. What you do is you spray the dress shirt, and then you take a shower, and it steams itself out while you
Stuff
shower.
out. Right. Yeah.
Oh, Nikki Fox is saying wrinkle release is bomb. Ooh, yeah.
Nikki.
Hey,
like that.
Nikki, how are you?
What's up?
This is, listen, guys, this is why you come to this show. So you guys can learn how to attend the conference. We've got you covered so far today on how to steam your clothes. We've got you covered today on where the best location to stay is. And it may not be in the resort that the conference is being hosted at, but most likely it is. Every so often, if you're at the Gaylord National Harbor, then you have to go stay at the residence inn.
Great recap.
We had
That's why he's the producer. Come on.
we had great detail about what's happening on the night audit at hotels. This is educational, my friends. This is what you come to see this show for.
Dave, the collar stay paperclip tip, right?
The paperclip tip. You can use a paperclip and a pinch for a collar stay. Where else are you going to find this information?
Wow.
Certainly not No Vacancy Live.
No.
Ooh.
No, nothing practical or helpful on that one.
Great tip. I enjoy it. That's great.
I actually have to see. Do I have to build any shows this week, or are you traveling again? I got to see what this week's.
No, we have Tuesday. Dave and I are going to be. I should say this. It's not plug time. We're not allowed to talk about it. But we're three of us here are going to be an extended stay conference.
Wait. Just kidding.
No, it's all right. I mean, we could go in that direction anyway. We're getting towards that time.
No. Yeah, no, we have a lot of good stuff at the conference. Ooh, we have Ron Pohl next week too.
Oh, good.
That's wonderful.
He's president of World Hotels.
And then Jason Dix. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One Blue South, right?
Yeah. We have a great week.
For those of you who don't know, there's a sushi restaurant at the Atlanta at the airport in one of the terminals over there. So
really?
This is a great week of shows.
Talking to him all about what it's like running an airport restaurant. So that should be a hoot. Plus, I'll be seeing CJ at that conference, and we'll be doing some content with one of his clients over there. I think with our friends from my place. So that'll be pretty cool as well.
At the Extended Stay Conference on Tuesday that we're both going to be at.
Yeah.
This guy, look what Arnie posts. What did I miss? I just recapped what you missed.
Yeah, Jesus, Arnie.
Tell about the college days.
This was educational gold mine this week, Arnie. Come on.
It was really the best recap we've ever had on the show, too.
Arnie, watch the replay once we're gone. Then you'll get it. Get the recap.
Yeah, just give us those views. He missed the recap. That's what you missed, Arnie. You missed the recap. So let's go back real quick before we do end up having running out of time. Why do we have crickets on?
I don't know.
For Arnie.
Now, CJ and I don't necessarily have enough time under our belts. Maybe you do, CJ, just from traveling for your business. But Glenn, Craig, you guys probably have some better stories. Give us your top story at the Mirage.
I can't. That's
Yeah.
why they're top stories.
Yeah, not on the air. Not on the air. Plus, Glenn and I would both be attacked by the cancel culture.
I will tell you this though. What the aforementioned getting to go to the opening of the Volcano show when they reinvented it, and seeing Mickey Hart there, and really going behind the scenes and go to a party for it, and getting to see the first show from VIP seats and all that. That was a really great experience. Another great experience I had at the Mirage was at a previous job. We had a conference there, and we had a whole cocktail party or dessert. I don't remember which it was, but it was in their animal habitat area. And it really was tropical and chill, super quiet, and just felt like a totally different universe than Mirage. But I also loved going to see shows there. I loved seeing Love there. I remember I got to see Siegfried and Roy perform there. And it was magical night because I got amazing seats, like VIP seats all the way up front, but then not so magical because when you're all the way up front, you could see how all the tricks were done. So there was that. And I think that the one thing that I will take with me, and many of you I might have out there, is I got a great picture of the Blue Meanie that's made one of my business cards. So I've got a lot of good memories of the Mirage.
Now, I was there for the opening of Love. That was a lot of fun. Great after parties as well. I saw Siegfried and Roy there once, but I think the one thing that astonished me is in that animal area they had a dolphin tank, and I just couldn't wrap my head around, a sea creature being in the desert. It just didn't make any sense to me. It's kind of like Glenn eating sushi at the lodging conference, and all these other people eating sushi in the middle of the fucking desert. No, I'm not going to do it.
I'm with you on that, Craig.
Yeah, not going to happen.
But you'll go and eat In-N-Out Burger. So
absolutely,
what's really the difference?
It's cooked.
Yeah, because
and if you know what, if you have too much
the Great Plains of Vegas where they raise those cattle. Yeah.
That's it. But hey, David, if you could end up like, RFK Jr. and eat too much tuna and sushi and end up with a brainworm. So
see, I cannot be like that because I don't really like seafood. So actually, I'm good. Thank you very much. I'll do a nice lobster tail, but other than that, I'm pretty much out on the seafood side.
Don't love seafood. Wow.
I'm not a big fan either. I know 3 women that when they were younger, they all had contracted a mercury poison from eating so much tuna.
Wow.
So, and it's a horrible process. The recovery part of it, it's not a lot of fun. So that was, I went, I'm not eating that crap. Not happening.
That's a
way to bring the mood down, Craig.
Or McDonald's.
We're having a great fun episode, and Craig just decided to.
That's it.
I guess.
That's it.
I guess with that, it might as well be time for
Hey CJ, what do you got to sell?
Well,
wow, there wasn't even going to be a lead in there, Glenn. Like they're just going to just go straight in. Usually, you got a whole little speech. You say,
"Hey, everybody!" Actually, tuning in for the best part of the show because you know why you tuned in. You want to see us chill stuff. That's right. It's Friday night at a chill time, and we're going to lead it off right here with the one, the incredible, formerly known as CJ Christopher Joseph.
Our number one guest.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And take that, Bruce Ford.
I feel like we didn't talk about that much during this episode. I wish we talked about it a little bit more, but you know.
Did you not hear everything I just recapped that we talked about? What the fuck is going on here?
Did you say something, David?
I just want to make sure if Bruce tunes in right now, he hears it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not tuning in. He's not on, so he's not watching.
My plug. Well, I don't have anything that I'm pitching or selling, but it is my brother's 32nd birthday tomorrow. So I just want to wish him a happy birthday. And that's I'll take my time.
That is not CJ's brother, by the way.
That's not my brother, by the way. Thanks, Dave. Producer Dave is doing a phenomenal job here with the buttons. That's Bruce Ford, second most frequent guest of the Friday night.
Well, I want to let Bruce join us. Bruce is just going to join us and sit here for the plug-up-palooza.
This doesn't count, by the way. Pictures do not count.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That rule was established a while ago.
Yeah.
Arnie is saying that he's still on European time. I guess he was in Europe recently, so good for you, Arnie. Where'd you go? I don't really have anything. Well, sayonara, Mirage. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's going to be really sad.
I've never been there before, but
wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, well, David was only in Vegas.
I've only been to Vegas one time in my life. It was like 20. I was
12 hours,
6 maybe. Had no money. Stayed at the MGM. I don't even know where the Mirage is compared to the MGM. And I just never made it back out there. I never really had a reason to or the finances to because I have too many damn kids. And Glenn has not offered to take me out there for free.
Yeah, well, because you have full-time jobs and stuff like that. But you know, we'll get you.
We have this amazing thing in America called paid time off, also abbreviated as PTO.
Well, as a business owner,
is that vacation time?
Yeah,
is that what that used to be known as?
I didn't know you were allowed even a day off, let alone to be personal. That's pretty amazing.
That big raise you gave him, Glenn. Jesus, he's taking advantage of you.
Wow,
I know for sure. For sure. I allowed him a second scoop of rice with dinner, so
it was good. It was yummy.
And a bottle of water.
Yeah. Hey, Craig, I know it's only May, but I'm itching for Click 8. Any updates on that one?
Yes, we're touring hotels. We've got some really interesting ones we're looking at, so more to follow on that. We're also going to be going back into production soon for season 10 of Click Connect. Got a couple of live shows coming up. I've got David Bowman of Bowman Post Foundation to help out tomorrow's leaders in hospitality with scholarships.
Yep.
Full disclosure, I am on the board for that. And then we've got a couple of other things coming up where I'm also going to be moderating a panel at the virtual online commercial real estate lending conference that Arnie's putting on. And you can check our LinkedIn pages for dates and times, and hopefully you can join us. Arnie is waiving all the fees for all of our guests to join, so come watch it for free. And we're covering all the asset groups. So owner-occupied mobs. Do you know what a mob is, Glenn?
The people that used to run Vegas behind me.
No. Medical office building mob. So every now and again, you got to pull Glenn out of the hospitality sector.
Yeah.
So, talking about hotels, we're talking about multifamily, light industrial, Class A office burning. Is it really going to crash and burn? Yes.
Stay tuned.
Hotel enhanced mixed use development and mixed use development. So much more. We've got, I think, 17, 20 lenders, something like that, are all still making loans. So it'll be a good event for everybody. And
Fantastic.
Lots and lots coming.
Nikki has something.
Wait, Nick said,
that wasn't where I was going with that.
Yeah, I thought I was going into my plugs. They are home, so I got that going on.
No, she's wondering when David's twins are going to arrive.
Who's twins?
David's.
Oh, yeah.
Nikki wants to know about information to sponsor Scholars for Dollars, please.
Nikki, we will talk about that offline.
All right. There you go. Hey, come catch myself, producer Dave, CJ, and the good folks over at My Place Hotels at IHM's Extended Stay Forum, the Union Club, on Tuesday in New York City. I'll be hosting a extended stay related panel because it'd be really weird to be hosting something not extended stay related at the extended stay event at noon that day. It's a cool one-day event. So if you'd like to hear me bitch and moan about what my experience was coming in from Long Island on the Long Island Railroad that morning, come join.
You can talk to me or Glenn.
Yeah.
Are you guys training in together?
I was about to say, and if you'd like the New Jersey perspective for their train system, New Jersey Transit, then you'll be able to talk to Dave about that. Although he takes a bus.
I took that for the first time a few weeks ago. Terrible experience. I was trying to no signs anywhere to get where I needed to go, and nobody was helpful.
Where was this?
New Jersey Transit.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna come into Grand Central, and I came in there once before on the Long Island Railroad, and it's like 9
miles down
surface, and it takes like an hour and a half to get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yes.
And every time you think you're at the escape level, they're like, oh, only another 40 levels to go. It's like
I haven't made it down there yet, simply and solely because I just hear how far it is. I want to see it just to say I saw it, but I've just never had the time to go 9 years down. Basically, you're going to China.
9 years down. That was good, David.
It is the legitimate journey to the center of the earth. But are you guys? So I have two things there. First, are you guys training it in together on Tuesday?
No,
probably not.
Probably not, because we're probably going to come from two different lines.
Yeah.
By coincidence, we might meet in Jamaica. You never know, but that's not the plan. Yeah.
Probably
so
not
number
bad.
2, I will not be training it. I'll be busing it. That's typically to bus on Tuesday. So I will be glad to tell you about the awfulness of the bus. But 3, CJ, I am sorry, but us in New Jersey, we have some brains on us. We're not dumb enough to live in Long Island, so we haven't dumbed it down enough for you to understand. I apologize.
Wow.
Oh man! All right. On that note,
David just threw the turd in the punch bowl, so we might as well end this shit.
I know.
It was me who did that versus you with you're killing all the juju. Wait, CJ, where did you go?
I went to the arena. What's that place? For a concert.
The arena for a concert. You really narrowed it down.
What's
the Prudential Center?
Yes.
That's the easiest trip there is. You take on any of the 9,000 trains, 3 stops.
How am I supposed to know? There's nothing. There's no signs. We had to ask people. It was
It was a nightmare.
You know what? I navigated your LIRR on last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago perfectly fine.
Well,
I think
because they have the clear signage, and we care about people on Long Island, where obviously you guys don't. So
we don't at all. Figure it out. You'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, of the 100, if 100 trains left New York Penn Station, 85 of them stop at Newark Penn Station. So you had about a 15% chance of getting lost and an 85% chance of making it, no matter what you did.
Well, you live in.
You know what, Glenn? We need to get Cynthia Zucker on because she's in Jersey, and her and David could take the Jersey side of the argument. You and CJ could take the.
No, don't get me wrong. NJ Transit's a piece of crap. I am by no means.
Full circle.
That's what we wanted.
I am by no means advocating for NJ Transit by any means whatsoever. They are Completely incompetent.
Thank you, Dave. There we go.
All right, everybody. They're incompetent. We're all incompetent. We'll be back next week right here with an all new Friday night audit. But I don't think the week after that. Yeah, next week we got Lord Daniel.
That's right. Lord Daniel's kind of going to be on. There we
You
go.
guys should have CJ. You guys should have CJ sit in for me since I'm not going to be there.
Yeah.
Hey, CJ, that'll build your lead.
I want to keep it going.
I know. All right, everybody. Let's get out of here. We'll see you later on the one and only Friday Night Audit. Bye-bye.
Hey, don't talk over the credit.